Hello friends, today we are starting our first chapter of 10th board CBSE physics electricity. In it we will study today about charge, types of charge and properties of charges. So let's start with what is electricity. Electricity is the branch of physics in which we deals with the study of charges. This charge is either in rest or in motion. What is electricity? It is a branch of physics where we study about the charges. Which type of charges? Charges in motion और at rest. चार्ज रेस्ट में भी हो सकता है और मोशन में भी हो सकता है. तो एक ब्रांच है फिजिक्स का जिसमें हम लोग चार्ज के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. ये दो तरीके का होता है, एक स्टैटिक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और एक करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. स्टैटिक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज ड्यू टू charge in rest. Here the word static means at rest. So the charge is in rest. The phenomena due to charge in rest is called static electricity, and in current electricity due to charges in motion. The phenomena which occur due to charge in motion. This motion can be within the body or from one body to another body. This charge in motion can be within the body or from one body to another body through a conductor. From one body to another body through a conductor. That is called current electricity. If we see the example of current static electricity, then this type of phenomena can be seen when we rub two objects together. Then we see the effect of charge. How? When you rub a comb over your head, it gets rubbed, and when it is bring near the paper pieces, it attracts that paper piece towards it. Okay, this end is rubbed. If we bring this end of this comb, it can't attract this paper pieces. Why? Because comb is an insulator. There is no movement of charge within the conductor. Within this body, there is no movement of charge. This portion is rubbed, so the whole charge is at this point, at this place. That's why this place attracted these paper pieces, but this place is not. Okay. Now moving to the current electricity. What is the example of current electricity? Flow of current in a conductor. As you see, we connect a bulb, and when we supply power, the bulb glows. Here there is flow of current in the conductor. This is the example of charge in motion. Okay. So our whole thing is moving around charge, isn't it? Our whole thing is moving around charge. So first we see what is charge. Charge is a fundamental property of any matter. What is charge? Charge is the fundamental property of any matter which causes it to exert or experience a force when placed near other object. समझिए इसको क्या है. देखिए फंडामेंटल प्रॉपर्टी मतलब देखिए कोई भी मैटर होता है, कोई भी मैटर है, वो किसका बना होता है? पार्टिकल्स का. और उसके सबसे छोटे पार्टिकल्स को क्या बोलते हैं? एटम. एटम. और ये एटम्स किससे बने होते हैं? इलेक्ट्रॉन, प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन. न्यूट्रॉन पे कोई चार्ज नहीं होता. न्यूट्रॉन पे कोई चार्ज नहीं होता. इलेक्ट्रॉन पे हम लोग बाय कन्वेंशन जानते हैं नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है, प्रोटॉन पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है. तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन का वैल्यू कितना होता है? अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन की वैल्यू की बात करें तो इलेक्ट्रॉन पे कितना वैल्यू होता है? -1.6 इंटू 10⁻⁻19 कूलम, और प्रोटॉन पे +1.6 इंटू 10⁻⁻19 कूलम. हम लोग ये भी जानते हैं कोई भी एटम जो होता है इलेक्ट्रिकली क्या होता है? न्यूट्रल होता है. इलेक्ट्रिकली क्या होता है? न्यूट्रल होता है. क्यों? बिकॉज इट हैज नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स is equals to number of protons. Means it has equal number of electrons and equal number of protons. That's why an atom is always electrically neutral. So charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10⁻⁻19 coulomb, and on proton is 1.6 into 10⁻⁻19 coulomb. Same. So matter consists of particles, and particles is called atom. These atoms consist of subparticles: electron, proton and neutron. Neutron has no charge, proton has positive charge, and electron has negative charge. This is what a body can acquire the minimum charge. So this is the fundamental property, because every matter consists of atoms, and these atoms consist of electron, proton and neutron. So this electron is the charge. This electron is the charge. This is the fundamental property. That's why charge is called the fundamental property of matter. And this charge exert or experience a force when placed near other ऑब्जेक्ट. जैसे बताया कि जैसे ही हम कॉम को रब किए थे और पेपर पीस के पास ले गए थे, कॉम पे क्या एक्वायर हुआ था? चार्ज आ गया था ड्यू टू फ्रिक्शन. और ये क्या किया था? पेपर पीस को अट्रैक्ट कर लिया था. क्या किया था? पेपर पीस को अट्रैक्ट कर लिया था. अट्रैक्ट कर लिया था तो कोई फोर्स लगा होगा तभी तो हम किसी चीज को खींच पाते हैं अपनी तरफ या फिर अपने से दूर कर पाते हैं. कब? जब हम किसी पे फोर्स लगाते हैं, पुश करते हैं या फिर अगर हम पुल करते हैं. तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? दिस कॉम पुल्ड द पेपर पीस टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ. सो दिस पेपर पीस गेट अटैच्ड टू दिस कॉम. That is what the definition of charge is. Charge can be denoted by capital Q or small q, whatever you can use. Okay, and this charge has SI unit that is called coulomb, denoted by capital C. SI unit of charge is coulomb, denoted by capital C. Okay, now moving to the types of charges. As we have seen what is charge, now we will move towards the types of charge. So let's see what is the types of charges. Before that, let's see one example. Suppose a glass rod which is electrically neutral. Electrically neutral means, I have already told you, electrically neutral means equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. This is a glass rod and this is a silk cloth. Before rubbing, these two are electrically neutral, means both have equal number of protons and equal number of electrons on their self. Okay, what happens after rubbing? What happens? As we know that the proton is located within the nucleus of any atom, so it is not possible to remove proton from the atom. What we can remove? You also know that electron is revolving around the nucleus, so the electron in the outermost orbit is loosely bounded to the nucleus of the atom. So when these electrons acquire some energy from outside, it get excited and detached itself from the nucleus of the atom and transferred from one body to another. So here that energy is acquired by friction. When this glass rod is rubbed with this silk cloth, what happens? The outermost electron of the atom of glass rod loses its electron, and this electron is transferred to the silk cloth, due to which what happens? Let's see. This glass rod suppose loses 2 electrons. The electron ये lose कर दिया, that's why I have shown only 2 electrons, and this loose electron is transferred to which part? Silk cloth, acquired by silk cloth. This is the condition after rubbing. So what happened? This glass rod loses its electron and it is transferred to silk cloth. This glass rod loses its electron and it is transferred to silk cloth. It means here number of proton is more than number of electrons, and here for silk cloth number of electrons is more than number of protons. So what is the net charge on glass rod? If we see the net charge on glass rod, it is 2 protons more, and on silk cloth net charge is 2 electrons more. Due to this net charge that is developed on the glass rod and on the silk cloth, a kind of charges appear on these two systems, on the glass rod and on the silk cloth. Glass rod has occurred a type of charge and silk cloth has acquired some different type of charge. So here we can see 2 types of charges. Which of these 2 charge? Positive charge and negative charge. So which one acquire positive charge? The body which loses electrons acquire positive charge. So this glass rod acquire the type of charge called positive charge, And which type of charge silk cloth acquired? The body which gains electron acquired negative charge. So this silk cloth acquired negative charge on it. Clear? Positive charge and negative charge. Remember one thing, there is always movement of electron from one body to another body or within the body. There is no movement of proton in the body. Okay? Now, as we have seen this process before rubbing and after rubbing. Before rubbing, this glass rod and silk cloth is electrically neutral, but after rubbing, glass rod is positively charged and silk cloth is negatively charged. This process of developing charge on any body is called electrification of a body or charging of body. This process of developing charge, which process? Initially, the body are electrically neutral. When these bodies are rubbed, the loosely bound electron of glass rod loses its electron to the silk cloth and acquires one kind of charge on glass rod and different kind of charge on silk cloth. Due to loss of electron, the charge acquired on the glass rod is positive charge, and due to gain of electron, the charge acquired on the silk cloth is negative charge. And this whole process of developing charge on any body is called electrification or charging of body. Okay, now we will see the properties of charge. So, properties of charge. First property is like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. What does it mean? When we rub a glass rod with silk cloth, which type of charge acquired by glass rod? Glass rod acquired positive charge. If we rub another glass rod with the silk cloth, then that glass rod also acquired positive charge. When these two glass rods are placed nearby, then they experience a repulsive force on their self. They experience a repulsive force. Which type of force? Repulsive force. So, same charge, positive charge here, positive charge here, they experience a repulsive force. In the same way, when two silk cloths are placed nearby, they also experience repulsive force because they have same polarity. In the same way, when we see two different polarity charge, suppose a glass rod and a silk cloth, a glass rod and a silk cloth, they experience an attractive force. Which type of force? Attractive force. They experience attractive force. This is what first property of charge tells us, that like charges repel each other. Like charges repel each other. Like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Okay, clear? First point. Second charge का property होता है charges are added algebraically. Charges are added algebraically. What does it mean? Charges are added algebraically. It means the addition performed on the charge is algebraic addition. It means suppose a neutral body which has initially charge is 0. Initially charge on this body is 0 because it is electrically neutral. Now if I have given 10 coulomb of charge on it, minus 20 coulomb of charge on the body, plus 30 coulomb of charge on the body, minus 10 coulomb of charge on the body, plus 20 coulomb of charge on the body. So what is the net charge on this body? If we calculate the net charge on this body, we will perform algebraic addition. That means 10 plus 30 minus 20 minus 10 plus 20. So what we get? 10 plus 30 40, 40 plus 20 60, 60 minus 30 plus 30 coulomb. So this body has a net charge of plus 30 coulomb. So which type of addition we perform? We perform algebraic addition. So charge are added algebraically, and due to this reason charge is a scalar quantity. Due to this reason that charges are added algebraically, charge is a scalar quantity. Clear? Second point. Now moving to the third point, that is charge is conserved. Third point is charge is conserved. What does it mean? Charge is conserved. It means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. It means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. What does it mean? It means the total charge on a system remains same. The total charge on a system remains same before and after performing any operation on the two body. Okay, let's see. Charge is conserved, means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. Let us see this example that I have given further, that when the two bodies, glass rod and silk cloth, initially they are electrically neutral before rubbing, but when these are rubbed together, this glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, what happens? This glass rod loses electron. This glass rod loses electron to silk cloth. See, before rubbing, what is the number of proton on glass rod? 4. And what is the number of proton on silk cloth? 4. What is the number of electron on glass rod? 4. What is the number of electron on silk cloth? 4. So total number of proton here 8 proton and 8 electron. If I consider this as a system, then it has 8 proton and 8 electron. 8 proton and 8 electron. Now after rubbing, what happens? Glass rod loses 2 electrons. Loses 2 electron to silk cloth. Now as this is a system, as I consider it as a system, then see here, glass rod has 4 number of protons and silk cloth has 4 number of protons. So total number of proton is 8. Now count electrons. On glass rod there is 2 electrons, but on silk cloth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. So total number of electrons on silk cloth is 8. So after rubbing, total number of proton is equal to total number of electron. That is what this third property states, that charge is conserved, that the body has equal number of protons and equal number of electrons before and after rubbing. Means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. Here is no extra charge comes over a body. Here is the transfer of charge from one body to another body. Clear? Now moving to the fourth part. Fourth point of properties of charge is charge is quantized. What does it mean? Charge is quantized. Charge is quantized. It means it is an integral multiple of its elementary unit. It is an integral multiple of its elementary unit. मतलब ऐसे समझिए, इसको एक एग्जांपल समझिए. मान लीजिए कि हमारे पास 100 रुपए हैं, ठीक है, हमारे पास 100 रुपए हैं. अब ये बताइए कि रुपये का सबसे छोटा यूनिट क्या होता है? रुपये का सबसे छोटा यूनिट, अगर 100 रुपीज़ का सबसे छोटा यूनिट पूछे तो क्या होगा? 1 रुपी. 1 रुपी is the smallest unit of rupee. Okay, so if we require 100 rupees, so how many 1 rupee coin we require? We require 100 number of 1 rupees coin, which is collected together to gives us 100 rupees. In the same way, any body has a total charge Q. Suppose any body has a total charge Q. This total charge Q consists of its smallest unit of charge and the number of that smallest unit of charge on that body is. Means suppose there is n number of elementary unit of charge. n number of elementary unit of charge. इस चार्ज का सबसे छोटा यूनिट क्या होगा? चार्ज ऑन द इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो सबसे छोटा यूनिट होगा वो क्या होगा? चार्ज ऑन द electron, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the smallest value of charge that a body has. Okay, and this type of charge, there are n number of this type of charge on this body, which together forms the total charge on the body. So the total charge Q is equals to n into E, where E is the smallest unit of this charge and n is the number of this smallest unit of charge. So this is what charge is quantized means, or it is also called quantization of charge. Charge is quantized or quantization of charge, where Q is the total charge on a body, n is the number of elementary unit of charge and E is the charge on an elementary unit. So n is number, so number is always natural, 3, 4 dot 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 so on. Okay, that is what the fourth properties of charge is. Now look at the fifth property. Here it is net charge on an electrically neutral body is 0. As I already told you, an atom is electrically neutral. It means it has equal number of protons and equal number of electrons. So if any body is said electrically neutral, it means it has equal number of proton and equal number of electrons. So the net charge on the body is 0 because charge on electron and proton are equal in magnitude but they are opposite in nature. That's why equal and opposite, so they cancel out each other. So the net charge on the body is 0. Sixth point is charge on a body does not give any idea about the total charge that a body has. Suppose if I said suppose a body has minus 5 coulomb of charge. It means suppose it gains 5 electron, but it not give any idea about what is the total charge on this body. It just gives us the idea about this body has gained 5 electron. It is not giving the idea about the total charge on this body. It just gives the idea about the number of electron gained by this body. In the same way, if I say a body, it has plus 10 coulomb of charge. It means that this body loses its 10 electrons. It is never giving the idea about the total charge on this body. So charge on a body gives only the idea about the gain and loss of electrons. It never gives the idea about the total charge that body has. Okay, so this is what this whole topic is all about. Thank you.